Welcome everyone to a new series on this channel called TWRR, also known as This Week's Raw Reviews. This is a new series on the channel where every week I'll review a episode of Monday Night of the episode Monday Night Raw the previous night, and we'll see how it goes. So today we're going to be talking about the Raw Stranger Things episode from last night. We're going to talk about the good and the bad of the show. So, without any further delay, let's get into it with the first match of the night: Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus Kairi Sane and Asuka, the Kabuki Warriors for the women's tag titles. This match was meh, like it wasn't the best, but it also wasn't the worst. All these are amazing talent, but I didn't think that it was any like a classic or anything. But then the ending happened with Rhea and Io winning. I'm nothing against these wrestlers, especially Rhea Ripley. I love Rhea Ripley, but having them win the titles is just not right. It doesn't really help. I mean, it will elevate this division, but this just shows how weak this division is. And even when Asuka and Kairi were champs, like they didn't do that well, and I definitely feel like they should have retained here to show how dominant they are. But nope, Rhea and Io win the titles. Then we move on to Gunther and Gunther's promo with AJ Styles interrupting. We end up finding out that this match that they're gonna have a match next week, and I can just say that I'm very happy about that, because that means Gunther is not going to be AJ's final opponent. And while I do think these two would have a great match together, especially next week since it's in Germany, I don't think that this would be a great final match for AJ, which is why I'm happy it's happening next week. So I will award points for that. Then we got the Intercontinental Championship Women's match between Maxine Dupree and Becky Lynch, and this match is definitely my least favorite match of the night. Everything was just terrible. All the moves looked sloppy. Okay, I'm just gonna say it right now, Maxine Dupree can't wrestle. Like, straight up, she can't wrestle. Like, she's just not that great in the ring. She went way too slow in this match. Like, this spot, I believe, where Becky Lynch, like, Hurricane Juanes, like, reversed the ankle lock, and then Maxine just walks and exits out of the ring. Like, that was just terrible. In the end, Becky Lynch ended up rolling up Maxine and having a hand on the rope, and wins the IC title. And is this seriously how we now train Becky Lynch? The same woman that did this at WrestleMania 35, I believe. And now she has to hold on the ropes when she's fighting Maxine Dupree. This is something I really hated, and just one thing that just really bothered me about tonight's episode. Then we got the Usos promo, and I literally barely remember anything. Like, the Usos have just really become forgotten, and that sucks, because they're my favorite tag team of all time, and they definitely are trying their best to save the tag division. Well, they haven't even had a defense yet, so I can't really comment, but like a few years ago, they were carrying this division when there was literally no tag teams, and like, sometimes you just said that, I just feel nothing, including Jay. Like, I just forget the promos, and yeah, I just forgot all about this promo, honestly. Again, nothing against the Usos, I really like them as a tag team. They're my favorite tag team of all time, and you guys know, I'm a big Jay Uso fan, but like, still. Then we move on to the Stephanie Vaqer promo, and literally they could have really just cut this and no one would have complained. Like, if you cut this promo and literally just had Raquel attack Steph backstage, then that would be fine. But no, instead Steph comes out talking all about how she's a badass and all that, and then Raquel comes out to beat her up and then goes backstage to continue beating her up. This was just pointless, but this also too means that Stephanie Vaqer is going to be running off of TV, which all I could say is that I wish a speedy recovery for Stephanie Vaqer and hope her ankle heals really fast. Then we move on to Lyra Vaqer versus Liv Morgan, and was honestly the best match of the whole night. This was also Liv Morgan's first match back, and I thought she looked really good. Then we got Martin Perez and Bayley did get involved, and yep, that happened. I really liked. Honestly, this match was just great, and Liv Morgan picked up the victory, which I think was the right call. And yeah, this was honestly just the best part of the whole night. Then we move on to Bron Breakker versus CM Punk, and I wasn't really a big fan of this match. This was the main event, and again, I didn't really like it. Like, there was a few highlights, like when Bron Breakker pulled this off, like just a crazy that it was just a crazy spot. There was a moment where Penta, Rey Fenix, I wish, Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee came out to help out CM Punk and like get the Vision out of the way. There was also a promo backstage, but that was really nothing. But my problem comes with the ending. Now, I felt like CM Punk was actually going to win. Like, I don't like him as World Heavyweight Champ, but I felt like he was going to win. But after I saw Bron Breakker do this, I thought there was no doubt that he was going to become champ, and that was going to be honest. But no, CM Punk wins, and yeah, it was just something I didn't really like. Speaking of stuff I didn't like, let's go through the thing that I really didn't like the most, and that was the Stranger Things tagline. This honestly didn't really feel like a big crossover. Like, sure, we got a very cool stage and all, but like, I don't really care about Stranger Things. But, and also, like, there's no like Demogorgons that showed up. There was no like crazy demons around. But yeah, it just didn't really feel like a crossover, if you know what I mean. Anyways, moving on to two other things I didn't really like. The crowd was just terrible. I did not really like the crowd. They were just awful tonight. Like, they didn't even make a single noise. And then Javon Evans officially gets called up to the main roster during commercial. I don't like this in so many ways, in the form that it was in commercial. I missed that because I missed that because I'm in America. And as you guys know, there's always commercials in America. Apparently, there's also some in Canada from my hearing. But yeah, I'm not really a big fan of this. I don't know. This episode was this was a pretty meh episode, I would say. Like, there was still some highlights. Don't get me wrong, but like, this was still a very bad show in my opinion. My final rating for this show is gonna be a 4 out of 10. What do you guys think? Do you agree with my opinion and how this War was pretty bad? Or do you actually like this episode of War and I'm just overhating? I like to hear your opinions in the comments, and as always, like, comment, and subscribe. Well, I said the comment, but anyways, like and subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next video. Please share this video with your friends. And I'm out. Deuces. Yeet.